Hello, my awesome artists. I hope you're having a great day. Today's lesson isn't going to have a book, but it's something that anyone can do, from down to little kids all the way up to adults. So stay tuned for step by step. So this is our goal today. Our goal is to use lines and repeated shapes, and then to experiment with the difference between geometric shapes and organic shapes to create it doesn't kind of look like water drops sitting on top of paper or something like that. And we get to break one of our rules today. We're going to leave some white in the background, as you can see. So my students that know how much we always say no white, this is a day when you actually get to leave some white. I used watercolor pencils and then put water on them to turn them into paint. I have not finished this one right here. But I wanted to give a shout out to Megan Piegelbeck at Oglethorpe Charter School, because she shared this lesson on one of the Facebook pages I'm a member of, or on Instagram, and I really liked it. I thought it would be fun to do. So I'm going to break it down for you step by step so that you can make your own. So step one is to fill your whole page up with lines. So you can see I put our traditional lines on top. Horizontal thin line, zigzag line, which also could be focusing on triangles, our bumpy line, our wavy line, and then I made a line with squares. You could do it with rectangles also. So you know this is half circles. Here's half circles two ways, and then these are squares. So the first step is to fill your whole page with lines. Don't go to the very edge of the paper. So these are traditional lines. Now I'm going to show you some non-traditional lines. So pay attention to my next set. Okay, so my next set, I'm going to turn them just a little different, just so it's easier for me. I'm going to write my name across the page. I'm just going to print my name. I'm not going to worry about cursive. So there's my first name, Noelle. I left off my middle name because my last name is so big. Friend. We all know Miss Friend's got a hyphen right there. Now we're going to connect our letters to make it into a line. So I'm going to make that one go there, 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 there. Make that one go together. Boom, one line, and I'm going to have a line hang off on both sides. So there's one way I can make a line. The next way I can make a line is start by making a line, and then on top of that line, put humps, or half circles that go all the way down. All right, then make a line. I could put hearts or leaves. I'm going to put hearts all the way down. I want to make sure I leave a good bit of space in between my lines as I go. I could leave it like this, but I want to create some more interest, so I'm going to do some on the other side also. So put them down here on the bottom. All right, then on my next row, I think I'm going to do leaves. And I'm going to rotate them out as I go. All the way across. Okay, so my next row, I'm going to make circles that connect, or ovals. So I'm going to make circles all the way across. Try to make them touch as you go. And then my next row, I'm going to do ovals all the way across. Remember, we're not touching the edges on both sides. The next one I'm going to do hearts that kind of touch on the bottom and the top. I'm getting a little lazy. Let me slow down. Alright, then let's do big circle, little circle, big circle, little circle. And then I think I'm going to repeat shapes here. So I'm going to do a half circle, triangle, square. Half circle, triangle, square. Half circle, triangle, square. And then I'm going to do a dotted line because we didn't do that up there at the top, or a dashed line, could be called either one. And then I think I'm going to finish it with a regular line. So now that my lines are done, I'm going to connect them on the sides. So I'm going to connect over here and then over here. Notice I didn't do both ends, I only did one end. And then I'm going to rotate it as I go. Let's do that way and that way. I'm going to do that going all the way down the page. Like that. So now that I have the background of my page done, I'm going to add my shapes. So you can put traditional geometric shapes, or you can put organic shapes. Organic shapes are shapes that are not mathematically based and they flow kind of like a mud puddle. I'm going to do organic shapes this time. So we're just going to draw our shape on top of our lines. You can use the same pencil or pen that you used before. I just have a two-ended one, so I use mine on the other end. All right, so there's that. And so finally, the last step is to color it. So I'm gonna go ahead and color mine. I put on, when I did this one, I did warm colors, cool colors, rainbow colors. This is neutral colors, black and brown. So you could create a pattern with 2 or 3 colors. You could do color schemes. You could do the primary colors, secondary colors. You decide what you want to do on yours and fill them in. And then I'll show you the last step after you color them. So go ahead and color them next. So as you're trying to decide your color families, there's, we're not in school right now. These are just fun activities to do. So you can pick any color family. So if you're a person who likes pink and green together, or you really like pink and purple and they're your favorite colors, you can use those. There's no reason you can't. But here are the color families we talk about a lot in my class, and they help us a lot of times when we're planning out our different lessons. So I'm going to put a picture of this so you can see this. Okay, so once you've colored all your splotches or your shapes, because you may have chosen to do geometric shapes, like triangles, hearts, circles, squares, diamonds. You may have chose to do just organic shapes. Those are the shapes that flow. That's why they're called organic. They look like they come from nature, so they look like mud puddles. Or you could have done both. But once you've done that and you've colored them, the next step is to get either a pencil or a pen, and you're going to shade on the sides and on the bottom. And that's going to make that object look three-dimensional. and like it can pop off the page. Now you're not going to do all the way around, so you're going to do, and you're not going to do it real thick. So you're going to do the bottoms and the side. So leave the top and leave the other side, and that way it'll look three-dimensional, like it's coming off the page. But if you do the top and you do the other side, it's not going to look that way. So go around and shade on all of your shapes so they look like they're popping off the page. Kind of like if a water drop spilled on the page, that color section would look different. Now, there's no right or wrong way to do this. So if you forget and you go all the way around, it's okay. If you do one side and your friend decides to do the other, that's okay. Because it's all about maybe where the sun is falling to give us a shadow. And the shadows could be on different sides. And there you go, all done.
da 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 da